I got YouTube to recommend the exact same video, one of my videos, to every single person that I asked. Because every person I asked to send me an image of what YouTube was serving them as the up next video, all sent me back the same result, the video that I wanted YouTube to serve them. For instance, Alex, Bernadette, Brian G. Johnson, Deborah, Dean Imman, Doug Hewson, Hank Hamilton, Iggy, Jessica, Karen, Lee, Matt Geelan, Paul, Phil Starkovich, Pia, Roberto Blake, Cheryl, Steven, Zach, and even more. Now you might ask yourself, well, how did you manage to pull that off, Daniel? Stick around, I'll show you how. This video was brought to you by the good people at StreamYard. StreamYard, live streaming made simple. If you want to start live streaming for free using StreamYard, I'll leave links down below. So recently I published a new video onto my channel. It wasn't a particularly explosive video. In fact, I think it ranked about number 3 in the last 10 for that time period. But it drove a few thousand views in the first day. And that was enough for YouTube to start understanding that video and who to serve it to. Now, there was another video on my channel that I wanted YouTube to recommend in the up next and sidebar suggested spots. That was this video. So what I did was I employed a technique that I talked about extensively at last year's Vid Summit Worldwide. I used all the spots that YouTube gives us to recommend more of our content to potential viewers. Those 4 places are cards, end screens, link in the description above the fold, and pinned comments. Now, I think most people get this wrong. They think that each one of these things are individual spots that somehow should be tracked for their individual data. I've had creators come to me and say, I've looked at how many people click my cards and it's not that many, so I don't like using them. Or I've seen people say, I've seen how many people click my end screens and it's not so many views that I think I should be using end screens. What I think a lot of creators really miss out on here is the overall impact of these things working together. So you have to understand that YouTube is a platform of prediction. It's trying to figure out what to serve a viewer at any given time to satisfy that viewer and keep them watching video content. And the way that YouTube does that is it uses traffic data from people actually interacting with videos. Are they clicking? Are they watching? How long are they watching? And what are they going on to watch next? So knowing that I had a brand new video that I had just published that YouTube was most likely trying to learn more about and understand which viewers to serve it to and potentially what to serve them next, I took all 4 of those places, card, end screen, link in the description above the fold, and pinned comment, and I used them to push people towards only one specific video. Now this is really important. Let me explain. I've seen creators put multiple cards in a video or use several end screens, best for viewer, and then another choice. And then in the description, they might link some videos, but they're buried way down underneath the show more so that a viewer wouldn't even see it unless they clicked and opened up the description. And a lot of times they don't even use the pinned comment to pin another piece of content right up top where viewers will see it whenever they're putting comments. Because a pinned comment always stays at the very top, no matter how many comments come in. So by putting the exact same video in all 4 places, no matter what any viewer did, clicked a card, clicked an end screen, clicking on a link in the description or clicking on a link in the pinned comment, they all sent the exact same traffic signal back to YouTube. People who watched this video, the one I had just published, seem to be going on to watch this other video, the video that I want them to watch. Now, before you run off and just start putting videos in those spots and expect miracles to happen, there's more to it and I need to explain. Todd Beaupre from YouTube actually explained once that YouTube isn't bringing viewers to your videos. It's kind of the opposite. YouTube is trying to better understand viewers and their interests and then trying to bring videos to those viewers that they think are relevant and have decent performance metrics that show signs of those videos being a good fit for the viewer. So me just putting that video into those spots alone wasn't what made it start getting recommended by YouTube as well. What made that happen can be seen here in the analytics of that video. That video was only driving a handful of views at any given day. It had pretty much flatlined and YouTube wasn't recommending it much anymore. But the minute I started getting people to click in all of those spaces, you can see that right then and there, that video jumped up and started driving more views than it usually did. Now, this wasn't a ton of views. We're only talking about an additional maybe 80 views at the peak per hour, but that was enough of a signal being sent back in the form of traffic data or viewer behavior for YouTube to start understanding that this video might be a good fit for an up next for anyone who was watching the current video I had just published. That strategy actually got YouTube to recommend that video enough that it added thousands of views onto a video that had kind of stalled out. The trick here was I knew that that video had decent performance data and was relevant to the video it was being recommended from. Now, I've reached out to a few people I know, including my new friend Nate from Channel Makers, asking them to try the exact same thing on their channels and see what kind of results they get. I recommend you try the same. Be intentional about where you push viewers. If you can get viewers to watch your original video, that's the first trick, and then go on to click and watch another video that you're recommending, you start sending back the right traffic data that YouTube can interpret and implement on their end and start influencing their recommendations as well. I used a slightly different technique to get YouTube to start recommending one of my videos on the homepage of YouTube in Browse. If you're interested in learning that technique as well, let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to share it. If you want to learn more about how to make better video content, upload it to YouTube and start growing your YouTube channel faster, click on the video that's on screen now or the one I'll link down below. Peace.